Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is September 19th, 2025, and this is my weekly weekly trade review, where I'm reviewing an SPX and Condor trade. That's 10 wide, 0.2 delta, 0-day options. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Look in the comments, and notes and stuff, the other little description stuff down there or something, whatever it is on these videos. I do have some links to some option education stuff. If you don't understand options and things, it's from one of the brokers and also from the option clearinghouse, so two people that are really know what they're talking about when it comes to options. So if you want to learn more about options and not spend a lot of money, that's where you can go. Like I say, you'll learn a lot about options. But let's go ahead and jump over to this trade review. Because I say things like 10 wide, 0.2 delta, or some people may not even know what I'm talking about. But you can go and look at those places. They will explain all that stuff to you, and I might get into it a little bit. I think I did it once in my earlier videos, kind of showing you the option change and everything that I'm doing and stuff. And I might do that again at the end, because I'm getting close to the end, almost at that 1M. Let's jump over here to these charts and see what we see. The VIX below 17, I say no trade, but since this is a virtual trade and I'm trying to train my brain and I'm trying to see how this trade actually works in all market conditions, I still put the trade on most of the times. But the VIX gave us a little spike, FOMC day, and it actually came back down. The market actually went back up, and made for some crazy trading. But let's go ahead and get a look at these trades and see what happened this week. On Monday, I was able to place that iron Condor at 66.40, 66.50 on the call side, 6600, 65.90 on the put side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $2.50 credit, closed it for $1.90, was in that trade at 9.35, out of that trade at 9.40, the crazy time. And as you can see, one of the things, these purple lines represents the levels that I actually sold at. That means if it stays in between these purple lines, that trade would have closed even at the end of the day. But normally we don't hold these things to the end of the day, because anything can happen throughout the day. That's the whole thing. That's why you set it to get a certain percentage of that credit that you actually received. The percentage that I look to try to get is 25%, somewhere thereabouts. But let's move on now. Tuesday, I was able to place that iron Condor at 6600, 65.90 on the put side, 66.40, 66.50 on the call side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $2.25 credit, closed it for $1.70. I was in that trade at 9.35, out of that trade at 9.36. You get these kind of crazy close like this in the virtual account. You will not get these kind of close in your live account at all. So do not, again, this is one of those things where this trade, again, that's why I have these lines on here and I look at the full day. I want to see what would have happened. And the other thing, it might have scared me if I was in a live trade anyway, if it was getting close to my line that I sold at the put, and I would have got out of that trade and I would have started scalping the market. That's what I do But just letting you know a little something there. This was the FOMC day, Wednesday. I was able to place that iron Condor at 66.55, at 66.65 on the call side, 65.60, 65.50 on the put side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $3.10 credit. That's what we was used to when the volatility, when the VIX was high. Over $3 on that credit. Closed it for $2.50. Was in that trade at 9.35. Out of that trade at 9.55. As we can see on FOMC day, the market kind of went sideways until that call. And this is a good thing for this type of trade, because it's a theta decay, volatility crush type trade. Two things can help you with this trade. If the VIX is high and comes down, that helps this trade. If time passes and the market doesn't go anywhere, that helps you on this trade. But let's go on to the next day. Thursday was another good day. The market stayed in between the purple lines. I was able to place that iron Condor at 66.60. 66.70 on the call side, 65.95, 65.85 on the put side, around a 0.2 delta. Received a $2.60 credit, closed it for $1.90. Was in that trade at 9.38, out of that trade at 9.41. Again, another one of these ones where this close you will not get. These are the crazy times that when the market is usually doing reversals, crazy stuff is going on in the market, and all around this 9:40 time and around that 10 o'clock time. That's why you'll see a lot of these closed around that time. And all, but Friday, I was able to place that iron Condor at 66.75, 66.85 on the call side, 66.15, 66.05 on the put side, around a .2 delta. Received the $2.65 credit. Was able to close it for $2, and I was in that trade at 9.32. Out of that trade at 9.35. Another one of those crazy trades. But as we can see, the market did stay sideways, and you probably could have been out of this trade around 11 o'clock, or maybe as late as 12 o'clock. With this market going sideways like it went sideways. But that's pretty much it. We'll take a quick look at the account and go ahead and wrap this on up. Didn't expect all that to happen, but there we go. The account, and what are we looking at? Look like we're looking at Friday. This is Friday. That was Friday. You can see that. I'll just let you see the numbers and stuff, and let you see the number where we're at. Also, the number where we're at is this number that I'm looking at is right here. Boom, that number. 939, almost there. And all. This number right here, I do not pay it any attention. I don't think it takes in consideration commissions and fees. So this is the number. This is the money that you would be able to pull out of your account if you was actually doing this trade. If I was actually doing this trade, and it was, again, I wouldn't get the kind of success that I'm getting here now. The thing is, I'm getting comfortable executing the trade, and I am seeing what happens in the market with this trade. I also have come up with strategies that I can actually do to make money back in case these trades go bad against me. I also know the time that I should be able to get in and out of these trades now and all. I know sometimes this trade will go past 12 o'clock and all. It's kind of crazy, but it does happen. And that's pretty much that. Let's go ahead and go here and take a quick look at, I'll let you see the other days. Let's go back to I think 15th was the first day of the week. Let's see. Yep, 15th. Yep, I think that was the first day. That was Monday. That was Tuesday. That was Wednesday, the $3 day. That was Thursday. My default. My default is 10 contracts, is what I usually do. Not 100 contracts. Take a zero away. Take a zero away. Friday. Let's go to Friday. And Friday. And as you can see, since this week was a good week, these trades worked out. This trade worked out. It was no reason for me to, in this account, no reason for me in this account to be scalping the market. So I don't. That's how I am. And I'll just leave it at that. Just leave it at that like that. And that's pretty much it. It was not a bad week. It was a good week. It was a good week this week. And that's all I really have to share. This is a Right Side Trader. Hope this is being helpful for some. Yes, the fields are crazy fields, but the thing is practicing. And you don't have to, again, I know people who will do what I'm doing right here in their simulated account, in their think back, in a week or in a couple of days, just to get themselves used to seeing what happens in the market, get used to actually placing the trade on the platform. They don't take the whole year to do it, like what I'm doing right here. But I just want to see it, and I want to see what happened, and that's it. And I want to see if I can. It's still a psychological thing for me, getting past certain dollars figures and stuff. So that's the other thing that's kind of like worked out for me, even with paper money, because when I got to them and all, I started doing crazy stuff. I have gotten where I've calmed down, actually calmed down in my live trading too and stuff. So and I've gotten a little bit more patient with my live trading too, because again, I realized this trade will not close at 11 o'clock like you want to do it, and you should, as long as the trade is not in any kind of trouble, let it play out for another hour. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to go on too much about that type of stuff. Maybe I'll do a little summary talk once I reach my goal. And that's it. I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. And I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Right Side Trader here. See ya.